Happy Wednesday. I've missed you all for the last couple of weeks. It's time for the weekly carry live demos again. This week we are doing inside out front pirate for our weekly front carry. I love this carry because it is super snuggly, it's very lean proof, and when you go to transfer baby from a nap, it's really easy to transfer out of this carry. You can literally just pull the entire thing over your head and lay baby down. So this is my favorite nap transfer carry and one of my favorite front carries. Stop knocking. All right, I'm gonna use a base -2 wrap. If you knock again, you're not gonna be able to watch anymore. I'm not tolerating this kind of behavior from you today. Okay, we're gonna start with our short tail being, just a minute. Okay. Our short tail is going to be just long enough to be able to give us enough tail to tie a knot at the shoulder when we finish the carry. And then we're going to start the carry just like front wrap cross carry and bring the tail around in front of you under both arms and then back up over your shoulder again. So it looks like the beginning of front wrap cross carry with one short tail and one pretty long tail. And then the most important part of this carry is sizing your pockets when you pre-tie. So you want to put your bottom rail where your wrappy's bum sits when you're holding them in your arms. So if I use my big demo doll, it's pretty tall. When I hold it, its bum sits right about at the waistband of my pants. So that's where I'm going to put the bottom rail. And then you want to make the pocket pretty snug. It's going to be tighter than you think it needs to be for this inside pocket. Now we're going to pre-tie the outside kangaroo pocket, which makes this an inside out front pirate or reinforced ruck carry. So it has a ruck pass, but the ruck pass is on the outside, and that's what makes it an inside out front reinforced ruck or inside out front pirate. So we're gonna take this, and when you're doing your shoulder flip, you want the top rail by baby's head to be underneath. So it's more, so it's pinned and baby can't just push it down. So the bottom rail on my shoulder is gonna become the top rail by baby's head. So that's the one that needs to go underneath in my twist. Then I'm going to find where the bottom rail hits the same spot of the bottom rail of my inside pocket by walking this down here, and I'm going to glue my hand there, and then I'm going to bring my hand up to where my knot's going to be, and I'm going to strand by strand gather up to make my nicely sized pocket that will pop over baby's head. Then I can let go of this, switch hands, and tie my sliding knot. So you can see I've got my horizontal pass on the inside, and I've got my kangaroo pass on the outside, and that's what makes this the inside out front pirate. Now the question is, how do I get the kid in without wrecking this entire thing? So what I like to do to make this easy on myself and give myself a little bit of extra slack is I move the knot down 3 or 4 inches, and then I push this whole thing across and under my arm to pin it out of the way while I put the baby or the doll in the inside pocket. And you can see my pockets are connected. So if I move slack this way, it comes to where slack comes out of my knot here. If I move slack this way, it makes my kangaroo pass bigger. So that's important to remember when you're tightening this carry, which way you need to move the slack. So I'm gonna put my doll in. And then pull the pass up over It's hard on a doll that doesn't have a spine because it kind of just flops all over the place. Okay, so I've got my pass up to the doll's armpits, and then I can lift the seat into place and make a straight line from knee to knee. Now, if I don't have quite enough room to pull my pocket over baby's head, I can pull slack from this side of the pocket and push it up over my shoulder and pull the kangaroo pass out to make more room. Then pull the seat down, knee to knee, and spread my shoulder. So you can see there's all sorts of slack all over here. Now I can walk my slack around toward my knot. So I'm going to pull it from under my shoulder on this side, through underneath between the 2 passes, and then up over my shoulder to tighten it on this side. And I'm going to move my knot back up to where it needs to be. Then I can walk the slack out of the kangaroo pass, which usually it's just in the top third. You usually don't worry much about slack in the bottom third of that kangaroo pass. So then it comes around through my inner pass, and I can pull it across baby's back. And then up over my shoulder and tighten it out through my knot. So now I've got the nicely tightened kangaroo pass that's lean proof. Mostly nicely tightened. And you can just keep walking the slack around in a circle through your passes. And then up over your shoulder to tighten it. There we go. I've got inside out front pirate. It's nicely spread, 2 passes across baby for support on baby, and nicely spread 2 passes across my back to distribute the weight all across my back and not just up on top of my shoulders. I find it mostly loads right in the middle of my back, right here, which is nice because I don't like carries that pinch on top of my shoulders. So if you want to transfer a sleeping baby out of this carry, it's really, really easy if you have a transferable baby to begin with. You just pull your knot down a couple inches, push, slack through a little bit, and loosen both passes, and then take your arm out while holding baby, and you can lift the whole wrap and baby up over your head and lay baby down in bed. And that's why this is one of my favorite front carries, because it's so easy to transfer. All right, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. If you're watching this as a replay, again, feel free to ask any questions you want. I'm going to turn this video off and then get reset for the weekly back carry, and I'll come back and answer questions when I'm done with both. See you in a minute.